What if I told you that one man's garage is a time capsule of automotive history, a living museum where century-old steam cars share space with cutting-edge hypercars? Jay Leno's collection isn't just about owning cars, it's about celebrating the art and science of engineering. While most celebrities chase status symbols, Leno chases innovation. In this video, we'll explore the 15 most significant cars in his legendary garage. From the roar of a McLaren F1 to the whisper of a steam-powered Doble, each vehicle tells a story of passion, ingenuity, and the joy of driving. So what sets Jay Leno's collection apart from others? While most celebrities buy expensive cars as status symbols, Leno selects vehicles that would make mechanics and engineers swoon. The machines where the true value lies under the hood, beyond the badge on the grille. From the steam-powered centenarians that whisper tales of automotive history to modern hypercars capable of blistering 200+ mph speeds, we'll explore why each of these remarkable machines earned its place in his legendary garage, focusing on their performance capabilities and extreme rarity. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to drive a car so rare and valuable that most owners would never even start the engine, you're in the right place.
You know Gordon Murray, who designed the F1, of course, the famous F1 genius. This is one of his very first cars. It's called a Rocket. It only weighs 775 pounds.
Among the many gems in Leno's garage, one vehicle stands head and shoulders above the rest in terms of both value and engineering significance. His 1994 McLaren F1 commands a staggering price tag between $14 and $17 million, a rolling testament to automotive perfection that most would consider too precious to use. Yet, Leno's philosophy turns conventional wisdom on its head. Cars are built to be driven, not displayed. Most owners of such a machine would keep them sealed away in temperature-controlled environments, only bringing them out for the occasional car show. But Leno? He's put over 12,000 miles on his McLaren F1. Such a decision would probably make most investment advisors and collectors faint. But watching this mechanical masterpiece roar down Pacific Coast Highway rather than sit under museum lights feels like witnessing a caged animal return to its natural habitat.
That's
to
what these
5,000
things are going for these days. That's the last time I checked. The last offer I got was $20 million for this thing. I know it sounds crazy. It's just a car.
Jay once said, "The McLaren F1 isn't just a car, it's a mechanical symphony. Every time I drive it, I feel like I'm part of something extraordinary." This sentiment captures why he's put so many miles on a car most would just lock away. For Leno, the F1 isn't just an investment, it's a testament to what happens when engineering genius meets uncompromising passion. The F1 is widely regarded as the last and greatest analog hypercar ever created. In an era when even modest family sedans come loaded with electronic driving aids, the F1 offers a pure expression of the driver-machine connection. No power steering, no electronic stability control, nothing to dilute the raw driving experience. Its BMW-sourced 6.1-liter V12 produces 627 horsepower, rocketing the F1 to speeds exceeding 240 miles an hour, a production car record that stood for many years. The engine delivers this power with a linear, predictable surge that modern turbocharged engines simply can't replicate.
Where they designed the car first and they try to fit all the mechanicals inside it. What they did with the F1 here was they designed the chassis and the engine and everything with.
But what truly sets Leno's particular F1 apart is its historical significance. As the first example imported to the United States, this car represents a pivotal moment in automotive history where the center of supercar innovation shifted from Italy to the UK. McLaren proved they could build a road car that would redefine what was possible. Despite Leno's extensive use of the vehicle, McLaren recently completed a full restoration, returning it to factory-new condition. This showcases the car's durability and highlights the special relationship between Leno and McLaren, a partnership based on mutual respect for engineering excellence. The genius behind the F1, Gordon Murray, designed a car that remains the benchmark against which all driver-focused hypercars are measured. His obsessive attention to detail resulted in innovations like the central driving position, gold-lined engine bay for heat reflection, and carbon fiber monocoque when such construction was still considered exotic.
down today. I don't think you knew we were going to bring this.
No,
until
I
this morning.
didn't, and it is nice to see the old girl again.
Yeah, so you must have done tens of thousands of miles on this.
I did. I think I literally did about 30.
Now here's something for you. Did you know that a car from 1925 could outperform many sports cars from the 70s using steam power? Engineering brilliance isn't limited to the modern era, as proven by a forgotten technological marvel sitting in another corner of Leno's garage. While Gordon Murray was obsessing over every gram of the McLaren F1, Jay was already appreciating century-old technology that delivers performance figures that would impress even today's drivers. The crown jewel of this collection? A 1925 Doble E20 that once belonged to aviation pioneer Howard Hughes. This remarkable antique can accelerate from standstill to 75 miles an hour in just 10 seconds, outperforming many sports cars from the 70s. The Doble achieves this with steam power, technology most associate with chugging locomotives and Victorian factories, creating an acceleration experience that feels surprisingly modern. Like an electric car today, these steam-powered wonders deliver 100% of their torque at 0 RPM, pulling forward with the steady, relentless force of a departing freight train.
Solved all the problems that early steam cars had. And to this day, they've never built a better steam car.
Now, it might seem easy to dismiss steam-powered cars as relics of the past, but in many ways, they were the electric vehicles of their time, silent, efficient, and capable of instant torque. The Doble E20's ability to accelerate from 0 to 75 in 10 seconds would embarrass many modern sedans, proving that innovation isn't always about what's new, but what's brilliant. What makes Jay's steam collection truly fascinating is how these vehicles operate fundamentally differently from conventional cars. There's no transmission to shift, no clutch to engage, and no gears to manage, just pure, immediate power from a technology that dominated transportation before gasoline engines took over.
Then it went to 389, and then, you know, you always see it with the tri-power, but tri-power was never left the factory with tri-power, correct?
The Doble E20 represents the pinnacle of steam car engineering. While earlier steam vehicles required over half an hour of preparation before driving, the Doble revolutionized the technology with its ability to start from cold in under 90 seconds. That pretty much explains why Howard Hughes, himself an engineering perfectionist, chose this as his daily driver for years. These sophisticated machines boast extraordinary capabilities, including a 1,500-mile range on a single tank of water. This blend of performance and engineering excellence explains why Jay regularly drives these vehicles on modern roads, sharing highways with cars a century younger. But maintaining such rare machines presents unique challenges. When something goes wrong with a Roaring '20s steam automobile, you can't call your local mechanic. That's why Jay hires full-time steam engineers dedicated to preserving these technological marvels and the specialized knowledge that would otherwise vanish. And Jay's collection extends beyond the Doble E20 to several Stanley steamers, each representing different chapters in steam-powered transportation.
Now you may have heard the generator come back on.
These vehicles tell a story of an era when the future of automotive propulsion was still undecided, a reminder that automotive progress often followed competing technologies and engineering philosophies. Leno's commitment to driving these century-old vehicles is what truly sets him apart. While most collectors would display such treasures behind velvet ropes, Jay experiences them as they were originally intended, functional transportation that deserves to be driven, not just observed. Jay surely has a lot to be proud of in his collection, but what could possibly be his favorite car in a garage filled with hypercars and steam-powered legends? The 1972 Mercedes-Benz 600 compressor isn't just another boring old classic in his garage. It represents the pinnacle of automotive engineering built with a simple philosophy: cost is no object. When Mercedes-Benz developed the original 600 in the early 1960s, they created a statement piece without concern for budgets or profit margins. They crafted a vehicle that would showcase German engineering prowess to the world. The result was a luxury sedan with unprecedented attention to detail and technological innovations decades ahead of their time. The car's remarkable hydraulic system operates at an astounding 300 psi, the true heart of this automotive masterpiece. A sophisticated mixture of mineral oil and specialized lubricants controls almost every moving part with ballet-like precision. Windows glide silently, the trunk operates with choreographed elegance, and every control surface moves with fluid motion, creating an atmosphere of mechanical perfection rarely achieved even in modern vehicles. For Jay, the Mercedes 600 compressor isn't just a car, it's a rolling masterpiece of engineering. "It's like driving a Swiss watch," he once remarked. "Every detail is perfect, and every drive feels like an event." This car represents a time when luxury wasn't just about comfort, but about pushing the boundaries of what was possible. And for Jay, perfection demanded enhancement. While most collectors would consider this automotive sacrilege, Leno transformed this historically significant vehicle by adding a supercharger, compressor in Mercedes terminology, and fuel injection to the original 6.3-liter V8. The result? A commanding 525 horsepower that addressed the car's only weakness, acceleration that didn't match its grand presence.
And I remember being on I-95 and these things running 95 to 120 miles an hour, trying to get back to Boston in under 2 hours.
Jay has stated that of all the exotic and classic cars he owns, nothing compares to the 1972 Mercedes-Benz 600 compressor, his favorite. Clearly, he has no problem showing his affection for this massive German luxury sedan above all others in his collection. Despite weighing over 3 tons when loaded, the 600 compressor delivers performance rivaling modern luxury sedans while still maintaining its stately, dignified character. This perfectly embodies Leno's collecting philosophy. Cars should be driven, not just displayed. His modifications aren't just about showing off, they're thoughtful enhancements ensuring his vehicles remain usable and enjoyable on modern roads. The Mercedes 600 stands as a marriage of old-world craftsmanship and thoughtful performance upgrades. Its hydraulic system remains a marvel of engineering complexity, requiring specialized knowledge to maintain. The manufacturing processes and maintenance procedures developed specifically for this vehicle demonstrate Mercedes' extraordinary commitment to excellence, regardless of production complexities or cost. But what does Jay Leno drive when he's not behind the wheel of a $1 million hypercar? Take Jay's 1996 Mazda Miata, a car with an original price tag of just $18,450, about $34,000 in today's money. When asked about this humble roadster, Jay responds with genuine enthusiasm. "This is really all I need. It's not about going fast, it's about going swiftly." The Miata's perfect balance and responsive handling deliver that pure connection between driver, car, and road that often gets lost in high-horsepower exotics. And for years, his airport runs and grocery trips weren't made in a Bentley or Ferrari, but in a first-generation Chevrolet Volt. This plug-in hybrid with an original MSRP of $41,000 became Jay's go-to for practical transportation. During a time when the Volt faced criticism and a recall crisis, Leno stood by the technology, wisely noting that the last days of old technology are always better than the first days of new technology, but we're beyond the first days of new technology. His faith in engineering automotive innovations shows a forward-thinking mindset, unusual among classic car collectors. Another affordable gem in his collection is the 2015 Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R. With an original price of around $65,620, this Mustang costs less than just the engine in some of his exotic cars. But Jay boldly proclaimed its flat-plane crank V8 was probably the greatest engine currently being produced in America today. A mechanical masterpiece that delivers track-ready performance with a distinctive exhaust note that can't be mistaken for anything else. But perhaps one of his most telling pieces is his 2006 Ariel Atom, the very first unit of its kind sold in the United States. This skeletal performance machine costs less than $42,000 when new, featuring no doors, no windshield, no windows. Every bump, vibration, and G-force transmits directly to the driver as the Atom delivers precisely what you need to go fast, handle, and stop. And it does that job brilliantly. But what unites these diverse vehicles is their engineering integrity regardless of price. Each represents excellence within its category, earning garage space alongside million-dollar rarities because Jay values innovation and driving enjoyment above all else. While most celebs curate collections as status symbols, Jay's approach celebrates automotive ingenuity at all price points, valuing the purposeful engineering of accessible cars as much as his rarest classics. Here's a question for you. What happens when you combine a 1600 horsepower tank engine with a street-legal car? For most enthusiasts, it's an impossible fantasy, but in Jay's world, it's just another Tuesday morning. Custom builds represent the ultimate form of automotive expression, dreams unburdened by corporate committees or production feasibility. Where manufacturers must satisfy shareholders and safety regulations, Jay's workshop operates with a singular focus on mechanical innovation, bringing extraordinary concepts to life with elite engineers and fabricators. The EcoJet stands as perhaps his most ambitious creation, a biodiesel-powered supercar that looks like it escaped from a futuristic movie set. This sleek machine incorporates a Honeywell LTS-101 helicopter turbine engine generating 650 horsepower and 583 foot-pound of torque. Built in collaboration with GM Design, the EcoJet demonstrates how performance and environmental consciousness can coexist through innovative engineering. Another engineering marvel, the Blastoline Special, also known as simply the Tank Car, turns heads wherever it appears. Imagine the sheer audacity of taking a massive M47 patent tank engine and engineering it for daily driving. The process involved countless hours of problem solving to handle its staggering 1600 horsepower while maintaining a civilized driving experience on public roads, despite its intimidating presence and military-grade power plant. Following this automotive rebellion, Jay's 1966 Oldsmobile Tornado challenges another sacred performance rule. While purists insist serious performance demands rear-wheel drive, this twin-turbocharged creation channels over 1,000 horsepower to its front wheels, proving that unconventional approaches can yield spectacular results when executed properly. Meanwhile, his 1966 Ford Galaxy 7-liter takes a more subtle approach to customization. Rather than radical reinvention, this build maintains its classic visual identity while incorporating carefully selected modern enhancements, resulting in a vehicle that performs with contemporary reliability while preserving the aesthetic charm that made the original so appealing. But what truly distinguishes Jay's custom creations is their regular use. These aren't trailer queens built for static display, they're functioning automobiles that frequently navigate LA traffic. The tank car might attract more attention than any exotic, but it's built to the same standards of usability. This philosophy defines Jay's approach. I love the idea of taking something that was built in the past and making it better for today. His custom builds honor automotive history while embracing technological progress. Whether through alternative fuels, unexpected powertrains, or thoughtful modernization, each project represents a conversation between automotive eras. But far and away, the thing that truly distinguishes Leno's collection isn't the rare exotics or historical steam-powered marvels, it's his philosophy of active ownership. While most other collectors treat cars as investments or museum pieces, Leno believes vehicles should be driven regularly. His dedicated team of master coach builders maintains each car in pristine working condition, allowing him to enjoy them as intended. Leno puts serious mileage on everything from his most valuable classics to everyday drivers. His motto, "A car creates joy through movement, not sitting still," embodies his appreciation for engineering excellence, regardless of prestige or price tag. By keeping these mechanical masterpieces on the road rather than behind velvet ropes, Leno preserves both the vehicles and the living experience of automotive history. What legacy will today's collectors leave for tomorrow's enthusiasts? Perhaps Leno's approach offers the best answer. So the next time you see a classic car, especially if it's behind glass or rope, think, what's the point of owning a masterpiece if you never experience it? After all, as Jay says, a car creates joy through movement, not sitting still.